I've been zoning, I've been zoning.
Pull up a stool, Hunter. Never too early to get caffeinated. Stark convinced me to put a shot of his new C.E.N.T.R.A.L energy drink in my coffee.
C.E.N.T.R.A.L?
Sure, it tastes like sweaty gym sock dipped in coffee, but at least it wakes you up. And if we're headed to C.E.N.T.R.A.L, I'm gonna need it. This thing could last 24 hours or 24 days. Hard to tell.
This group does not waste time. We will strike at Hydra and C.E.N.T.R.A.L quickly, and we will win.
Now there's a real rah-rah spirit I can get behind. I've got no time for long stays overseas. I don't like to pack a toothbrush, and my transient is pretty terrible.
It makes sense that Lilith would go back there. Back to her homeland, that is. Back to the source of her powers.
She's gonna be in for a real nasty shock if she's looking for home. It's not like the old days with the Knights of Wundagore riding around the place. Red Skull and Hydra did a pretty good job of screwing C.E.N.T.R.A.L up in every way possible.
The people of C.E.N.T.R.A.L are good at heart. There is natural beauty there. We can still save the country from the destruction brought upon it.
We go smash Hydra, and while we're there, we'll plant some trees? Sounds like a plan.
It looks like the others are gathering now in the war room.
Yep, I'll head that way myself. Just need a few more sips of sweaty gym sock. I gotta talk to Stark about getting some new flavors. Sounds reckless. I'm in.
More chit-chat. I'm gonna wait near Magik. Focus, Robbie. Focus.
Oh, I'm focused, Blade.
Point to C.E.N.T.R.A.L on the map.
It's not the terrain, Blade.
You can't find it, can you?
Tell me you found something good. Is there anything you can tell us about
C.E.N.T.R.A.L is a country in trauma. Their borders could easily destabilize at any moment. The people there, they have seen so much war, trauma, and pain. We must spare them at all costs.
Right. I'm packing coffee pots.
C.E.N.T.R.A.L? Never heard of them. Do they have burritos?
Forgive me if I'm being too nosy, Hunter, but I'm curious to know what you think of this modern world you find yourself in.
You want honesty?
I would settle for nothing less.
It is a lot to take in. The sights and sounds. Everything is more intense. I'm still struggling to understand it.
I'm not sure I understand it all myself sometimes. I get lost in a grimoire. The next thing I know, I look up and the culture has completely changed on me.
It all moves fast.
I don't even bother trying to change my hairstyle. I could be outdated in an instant and Tony would tease me endlessly.
How do you hope to keep up with everything happening these days?
I do not concern myself with it too much. What's important will find its way to me. The rest will fall away on its own.
That seems wise.
It's still a big world, Hunter. If you try to focus on everything, you will only get lost. Please excuse me.
Yes, the coffee shop cinnamon blend. Good call, Ileana. C.E.N.T.R.A.L is known for lots of trauma, war, and terrible coffee.
We cannot expect to save the day with decaf.
Hey, Hunter. Starting coil extraction process. How's that for quality workmanship? Big Tony's Forge of Mystery, we never close. Good day, Hunter.
Come along, Charlie.
We could go a few rounds.
Time to take it to the next level. We need any advantage we can. I think we've got something for everyone. Hunter.
This will be a very strange homecoming.
We are not our homes. We are our family.
To think, long ago the nation of C.E.N.T.R.A.L was once the seat of power for the heroic knights of Wanda.
Might as well be Camp Hydra these days.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wanda. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember.
Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen, Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the last page of the Darkhold?
Bringing back the Hulk.
Okay, same mistake, technically. Fine. You take point then.
Roger that.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter. You're our leader. And we are the Midnight Suns. We're family.
And family's family. So this time,
We got your back.
Then what are we waiting for?
what if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
But we've got something that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends. Each other. We're the Midnight Suns. And you know what we Suns do?
We rise.
We've got this, guys. We have to pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
We'll see you soon, Nico.
Better not leave me hanging, because our entire continued existence depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
I'll be monitoring the troops' movements from here. You have a small window to strike the facility and get out.
What if we like the place and want to move in?
watch it. If you want to prove yourself on this mission, you don't need to start acting like Tony Stark. You're traveling to the heart of Lilith's power.
We know. We'll be extra careful. Slime bubbles, demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they're ours.
That room.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
Right. One problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns assemble or whatever.
Why not?
It looks as if Lilith sent every last Hydra goon she could find to guard the entrance.
Between the creepy glow and the howling demonic Hulk, I think we're running out of time.
We must not let them stand in our way.
Watch.
Whatever works for you. Good work.
He knows more than I do.
Recon looks good.
I have a long memory.
No place to hide.
A coward would hide.
There is.
You're mine.
That was your one chance.
Sacrifice will be remembered.
To think this was once hallowed ground, long before Lilith was entombed here.
Too bad it was Hydra that finally stuck around.
Chthon has been waiting eons for this moment. I'm not giving Hydra any more credit than I deserve.
Is it just me, or do I look different?
This will have to do. We will not be discouraged.
That wasn't bad.
I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics.
Never surrender!
My purpose. We are under attack.
The victory
I'm not gonna get you. Soon they arrive.
I still don't get why these guys keep fighting. It can't be the money. What else do mercenaries take in trade?
We both know what Lilith offers them, Nico. A false promise of eternity shaped a corrupted mind.
A spell carried on silent whispers.
Now is not the time to romanticize our peril.
Mother protects us. Now is my
Good one.
You had your chance to escape. Hail that.
We will not fail.
You'll get yours.
For Hydra.
As long as you're ready for the counter.
Pathetic.
The Knights of Wandagore held rituals of their own not far from here. They believed this land was cursed.
Don't justify it, please.
Wandagore resonates with the dark energies of C.E.N.T.R.A.L. Even the mountain could not contain his vile influence forever.
That will do.
Now that was something.
Enemy.
Doesn't this happen to you like every day?
So it's
Well, that's interesting.
Pull back and regroup. Engaging.
That actually hurt a little. You are hardly the worst I've seen.
Not to sound cocky, but some horrible villain monster.
We eventually come to regret those words, Nico.
Yeah, that occurred to me just as I was saying it. Oh well. Buy us some time!
Get inside while you can. Leave that to me.
Punch it.
Hell yeah!
You alone among your kind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris reversus es nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in...
It's over, lady.
Mother, no! Stop this!
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster.
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough, sister.
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave shore is.
Midnight suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking.
It's not the most elegant solution, but bringing the roof down on them will certainly put a damper on things.
Should have hit a few of those columns with the hell's eye.
I'm gonna tell Robbie you said that. That's a neat trick.
Your fate is sealed. Weak, even for Hydra.
It's on. These fanatics are always the same.
Suffer! Will not be broken! The blood of heroes will sustain us! For the blood!
How many times you wanna try that?
More of her servants join the fray!
Been set in motion cannot be undone. Will not be undone.
You have the power to stop this.
A debt of blood is owed, and a debt of blood shall be paid. The dawn will rise.
There's no convincing her. You know what you have to do.
Shaken their confidence.
Sarah, my sister. It's been far too long.
Don't speak as if you know me, demon. You haven't been my sister for centuries.
It saddens me to hear you say that. But there's still time for you to see things this way.
No one calling themselves the Midnight Sun will ever join your corrupted ranks. I promise you that. Lilith may have found the one man, or monster, capable of withstanding the dark energies of that book long enough to fully restore it.
Banner's been nothing but trouble since this whole thing started.
We both know what it is like to have a power that others die of.
Maybe. I don't rip my clothes off and go berserk whenever I'm in a bad mood.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Is that the best you've got?
This is a serious predicament for you.
Judgment comes. Come and get it. Stark should have just nuked this place from orbit. You know he's got one somewhere.
We have enough problems with the Hulk as it is, without that to calm his temper.
I say we do it anyway. Burn them all! They haven't had enough yet.
Exactly what I needed.
Ally requires aid. They're still set on me.
I'm up.
This shall be of great help.
On it. And I thought Man-Thing was ugly.
You were too weak for this fight.
Buried for another 1,000 years.
That barrier is still holding!
Liber tenebris reversus es nobi!
Get out of there, now! You've done more than anyone could ask!
Almost! Yo, Demon Lady! One thing, before we go. This is for
Johnny Blaze!
No! The spell must not be interrupted!
entry to go. Now get out of there!
What's wrong?
Everything.
Are you seeing this?
Yes, Robbie. I have a...
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
See you there.
My plan backfired. Thought choosing a weird book would drive people away.
Why would you do that?
More punch for the rest of us.
Why have I not heard of Crash Morgan? I know it's an older book, but this is exactly the kind of story I like.
I thought Logan might bail. But I told him we'd bring more snacks this time. I have him figured out.
I was up all night finishing this book. I should have read it earlier.
Ain't no... Can we start?
I am ready.
All right, Logan, I need to know. Why did you choose this book?
I'll tell you, just not yet. I want to hear what you thought of this book.
It was written in the 1940s, so I expected some repugnant attitudes and phrases. But it surprised me. The writing was simple, yet the story was deeper than it had any right to be.
What was your favorite part?
It's in the chapter where Crash and the princess escape the Zorgots. The next morning, they see the sun rise and Mars rising beside it. When the princess asks what the future holds and Crash just stares at Mars as it eclipses the sun, it gave me chills.
I did not pay much attention to that part.
How can you not appreciate the doomed romance between Crash Morgan and Princess Anilla?
Easy. You root for the Zorgot commander.
Should have known you'd be a Glaxogorp fan. Anyway, I think the moment gets lost when the Zorgots deploy their Null Stalkers.
I don't get why the robot dog didn't warn them. I thought it could talk.
Not until number 19, the minefields of the reticulates. It's a whole thing.
Got it. So, what's the idea with Crash's promise?
What about it?
When Crash apprehends Glaxogorp, they have a tense conversation in the back of the flypod. Crash says there's a way the Zorgots can leave the moon with everything they want, but the princess must take the throne. Then Crash vows that no queen of royal blood shall ever rule Deimos. Glaxogorp agrees, but why? Crash breaks the vow in the next chapter.
Glaxocorp agrees because all Zorgots know Crash never lies.
Isn't that the point? Crash cares so deeply for the princess that even a vow can be broken. And how does that tie into the Hydro gunfight at the top of the space scraper?
Really? You don't see it?
I do.
They're shapeshifters.
Who?
Crash and Glaxogorp.
No.
Yep.
But then, when do they...
The Hydro gunfight. Crash gets hit in the helmet and goes down. And what happens whenever Crash is unconscious?
The helmet changes color. Turns bronze like the suit.
Right. Then Glaxogorp pulls up on the rocket sled and takes Crash and the princess into custody. That's when they make the switch. Crash and Glaxogorp change form, but where do they stash the princess?
That rocket sled had a bunch of places to hide a princess.
Ah, but the next time you see the sled, Glaxogorp passes it off to another Zorgot and orders it to be sterilized. Their plan required her to be in Crash's suit. The opaque helmet keeps her safe. So we get to the Deimos Council meeting. The princess refuses the throne and declares her love for Crash, who is the princess in Crash's suit. When they embrace, the false princess deactivates the Magna Manacles binding Crash. But Crash nabs the Star Scepter from the fake princess, activates the suit's zoom vest, and smashes through the monoculus.
So, if that's the actual princess, she escapes. But who is the false princess?
That's a shape-shifted Glaxogorp. Without the Star Scepter, Deimos can't crown their queen.
Right. She never wanted it, and the Zorgots definitely don't want it. Glaxogorp, posing as the princess, can steer Deimos away from war.
And when the fake Glaxogorp vows the Star Scepter shall be restored to the princess, that's actually Crash.
So Crash made 2 vows and broke neither of them. The cliffhanger with Glaxogorp chasing Crash's ship is actually Crash returning to the princess so they can escape Deimos.
You got it. They reveal the switcheroo at the beginning of number 6, Attack of the Intergalactic Space Weasels.
Clever. I like it more now. And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
So, Logan, why did you pick this book?
Because it's fun.
No other reason?
Every book doesn't need to be a teachable moment.
Fair enough.
I almost wish this book was a comic instead. I would have liked to see the monoculus.
My book was the best of them.
You have only been to 2 meetings.
Yeah, but you know I'm right.
You did not mention a book for next time.
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm gonna put book club on a hiatus until things are less apocalyptic.
I hope we come back to this in the future.
Same here. Books are a gourmet meal for thought. Not to call anyone out, but you just can't feed your mind gristle.
Well, who else would you invite, if you could?
There's a lawyer who got me out of a bad situation a few years back. Smart as a whip, picks up on subtle things even I tend to miss. As long as the books we read have Braille copies, I could convince him. Well, I'm glad you joined me for all of this. Maybe next time the world is ending, I'll start a sparring club.
A sparring club? Is that just training with a fancy name?
You saw right through me. You headed out?
I am taking off.
Later then.
Wanda, there's something I ought to say to you.
Oh?
You were
right about Lilith's tomb.
Did you just say I was right about something?
I did. Just as you were probably right about other things, too. Many other things. You let an old, stubborn immortal let you take the blame for so much.
You were hurting. You needed something to point to.
And here I was thinking I was the one who was supposed to take care of all of you. I am sorry, Wanda. For everything.
So am I.
I see you and Caretaker are on the mend.
Seems so. I should be happy about it. But how can I be happy about anything when the Temple of Chthon is wreaking havoc on my home? I grew up in C.E.N.T.R.A.L, you know. In a remote village at the foot of Mount Wondergore. It's all destroyed now. Along with those poor people's lives.
Wanda, I am so sorry.
Not as sorry as they are. I can promise you that.
We will save them. That I can promise.
And I'd like to be around to help them. But first, we have to stop your mom. I'm afraid of her, you know. Of seeing her. I mean, what if it happens again? What if she turns me back into bad Wanda? What if I go dark?
I know you fear yourself, fear what you can do, but I am telling you that it is only holding you back.
Yeah, I know. You've been helping me with that. It's just, I don't want to fall. I couldn't bear to hurt any of you again.
So use your power to stop that from happening. I know you have it in you to resist Lilith.
You seem to know, but I'm not so sure.
Then get sure. We need you in full form, even if it is terrifying.
Be careful what you wish for. Well, I ought to get back to the news. See what new horrors are befalling my hometown.
Do not watch too much of it. The overconsumption of news media is supposed to be bad for your mental health, especially during an apocalypse.
There are worse things for your mental health, Hunter. And I'm pretty sure I've experienced them all. I'll take my chances with a little cable news. Night.
The mysterious structure, which has
I
been
hope Aunt
described
May
as
isn't
some
watching
kind
this
of
because she's
ancient
going to
temple,
flip.
has suddenly appeared in the war-torn Republic
I try to
of
stop
Transia,
it, but
decimating a
I
remote
screwed up,
village at the
Robbie.
base of Mount
It's
Wondergore.
okay, you can say it.
These images,
Doesn't
taken
matter
by
who
tourists,
screwed up.
have been reposted
What
over
matters
2
is that
million
we're
times
screwed.
on every social media outlet with the hashtag #ApocalypseWow.
We're in the end game now.
You have gone too far, Mother.
I could say the same to you, child. Leaving me for dead and buried under that mountain. What a way to treat your mother.
What would you have me do? Allow you to destroy all of creation?
The Hulk was right. You are somewhat overdramatic. The truth shall reveal itself soon enough. The Darkhold is finally complete. The prophecy draws to its close. The Midnight Sun is coming, and with it, him. We will all have our final parts to play. Will you be ready when the curtain rises?
It is not I who seems to be wrestling with their destiny. What are you not telling me, Mother?
Such an inquisitive and perceptive child. You remind me of him, you know.
I thought we could not talk about him here.
Don't be ridiculous, not him. Him, your father. The similarities are impossible to ignore.
I have never heard of you speak of him until now.
We close upon the end of a billion years prophecy. Forgive me if I'm a bit sentimental. I sometimes wonder if I could bring his soul to this place. To have him stand once more beside me. Beside us.
I implore you, do not. In his death, he has been spared the sight of the foul creature you have become. I envy him for that. What? No snappy comeback? Promises that we shall be reunited under the glorious eye of the midnight sun?
No, child. Not this time.
Agatha?
I'm sorry to intrude, dear. Do you have a moment?
For you? Of course.
You always came to me for advice when vexed by a difficult problem. Never Sarah.
Agatha, does something trouble you? Perhaps I can return the favor.
And now you're the one reading my mind.
You used to read my mind?
It's an expression, my dear.
I choose to believe you. So, what do you need?
I don't know how to say this without sounding melodramatic, but... Despite our actions, the prophecy unfolds. Chthon's return seems inevitable. Yet all I can do for the people I love is haunt a library and play macabre tour guide.
Agatha...
I should be here with Sarah and yourself, helping to bring the team together. But I never have felt more... useless. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'll leave you to your rest.
Agatha, wait. Good night.
Agatha. Hunter, I'm coming in. Where is she? I heard you speaking with her.
What exactly did you hear?
Agatha, speaking with you.
I see.
Do you deny it?
I have to.
Why?
It is late. It would take too long to explain. We should talk about this soon.
We do it now.
We will talk. Soon.
This isn't over.
Good night.
Hey, you. Can we talk?